Welcome to the world of ancient Egypt, one of the most fascinating and enduring civilizations in human history. From its monumental pyramids and towering temples to its complex culture, religion, and way of life, Egypt's legacy continues to capture our imagination. Life in ancient Egypt was shaped by its environment. The Nile River, the lifeblood of the civilization, provided fertile soil for agriculture. Egyptians built their cities along the riverbanks, creating a flourishing culture around the river's annual floods. Work was an essential part of Egyptian life. The majority of Egyptians were farmers, but there were also skilled workers, artists and craftsmen. Pharaohs ruled from grand palaces, while merchants traded goods like papyrus, gold, and wheat across vast distances. Religion in ancient Egypt was deeply intertwined with daily life. The Egyptians were polytheistic, worshipping a pantheon of gods and goddesses. At the center of their beliefs was the sun god Ra, who was believed to sail across the sky, bringing light and life. The Egyptians also believed in the afterlife, a world where the soul would journey after death. This belief influenced everything from how they lived to how they prepared for death. The Book of the Dead guided souls through the dangerous underworld, and the weighing of the heart determined whether one would gain eternal life or face destruction. From the moment of birth, Egyptians believed their lives were closely connected to the gods. Family was central to Egyptian life, and the roles of men and women were clearly defined. Women could become priests, queens, or mothers, but their primary role was often nurturing the next generation. Death in ancient Egypt was not seen as an end, but a transition. The Egyptians practiced mummification, preserving the body for the afterlife, which they believed was eternal. A person's soul would undergo trials, and if deemed worthy, they would live forever in the field of reeds, a paradise. Ancient Egypt had a well-organized society, and laws were essential in maintaining order. The pharaoh, believed to be a divine ruler, acted as both a political and religious leader. The laws, often guided by principles of Ma'at, represented truth, balance, and justice. Judges and officials ensured that laws were followed, with punishments for those who violated them. The pharaoh's word was law, and any offense, especially against the gods, could result in severe consequences. Punishments ranged from fines to physical punishment or even death, depending on the crime. At the heart of Egypt's power was its pharaoh, a king believed to be a living god. Among the most famous of Egypt's rulers was Tutankhamun, whose tomb was discovered nearly intact in 1922, revealing treasures beyond imagination. Another powerful ruler, Ramesses II, known as Ramesses the Great, led Egypt to military glory and built magnificent structures, including the temples at Abu Simbel. And of course, Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, is remembered for her intelligence and political savvy in a time when Egypt was under Roman rule. Ancient Egypt stretched along the banks of the Nile River, with cities and towns spread throughout the valley. The capital cities like Thebes and Memphis were hubs of culture, politics, and religion. The streets of ancient Egyptian cities were often narrow and lined with mud brick houses, temples, and markets. There were grand avenues leading to the temples and monumental structures, such as the Great Pyramids and the Sphinx. Egypt was a land of both great wealth and immense challenges. The pharaohs collected vast treasures, including gold, jewelry, and fine goods, from both trade and conquests. Egypt's economy thrived on agriculture, especially grain production, which was exported throughout the ancient world. But Egypt was not without its struggles. Famine, drought, and the constant threat of foreign invaders often posed significant challenges. The Egyptians built immense fortifications and trained armies to protect their borders, while plagues and natural disasters sometimes threatened their prosperity. Some of the most enduring achievements of ancient Egypt are its monuments and architecture. The construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx are considered some of the most remarkable feats in human history. These structures were built with incredible precision, and their purpose was to honor the gods and ensure the pharaoh's safe passage into the afterlife. Hieroglyphics, the written language of Egypt, allows us to understand the thoughts and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians, revealing stories of gods, kings, daily life, and wisdom passed down through generations. Ancient Egypt's culture, religion, and way of life left an indelible mark on history. Their beliefs, art, and monumental achievements continue to inspire awe and wonder across the world. From the construction of the pyramids to the belief in the afterlife, Egypt's legacy is timeless. Thank you for joining us on this journey through ancient Egypt. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of the ancient world.